Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Just Your Average YouTube, where today we'll be doing 20, not 5, not 10, but 20 build hacks over here on the 1.17 snapshots. Now, here is the first one. These two are both part of the first one, which is the azalea, flower petals look like they could fall off the tree and land on the ground using the flowering azalea, because the flowering azalea is about a block tall, and so if we have say a dirt block here and a flowering azalea, they're the same height. And yeah, that is, well, that. And you can have it like a nice little flower trail to an altar to get married at. And these, you just use a debug stick to make them always pointed down, and yeah, they make a really great ramp, and they make really good supports. So moving on to our second build hack, I wouldn't necessarily call this a hack, but we have some vines hanging off this beautiful tree. These make very great vines, and you can light up your world using these as your vines, right? Using these as all of your building vines, building whatever, boop, see, beautiful, lovely vines, and it lights up your world, which is nice. Now, the third one is this nice little swampscape here, right? You got everything out here, whatever. These kind of look like Venus flytraps, but we'll get on that later. What we're really focusing on though is these. They look kind of like the moss at the bottom. You know how there's that mossy sort of kind of flaky. It's kind of like anyone ever had that one cereal? It's like wheat squares or whatever. Those, when they get all soggy and they fall apart and it's just like wet wheat. Yeah, it's kind of like that. That, and then it's like fibers from a plant of some kind. Those, and they sink to the bottom, make this mushy mossiness. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like to me. And yeah, and it produces light, so that's a plus. And then we got these nice little cattails. I think I saw this design somewhere before, but I can't remember exactly where. But yeah, moving on to bridges. These, like I said, make great supports, so you could have a nice little bridge across, or a ramp up, and then moss carpets for a bridge, or my favorite, which is just the drip leaves themselves. They look so good like this. They look really good like that. And yeah, this altogether, these bridges, they're pretty good. Except for, I don't know why the drip leaves make such great bridge blocks if they fall out. Maybe that could just be a quirky little thing. Faller's bridge, That could be a thing. But yeah, moving swiftly, or not so swiftly, on to the next one. Like I said, it looks like a Venus flytrap. This is your pet Venus flytrap. It's inside of this little case. You got a little hose up here for watering it. And yeah, we just need a vent to put the flies in. Well, look at that. That is definitely Venus flytrap material. Now, for this next build hack, I believe we are on build hack number 5 here. Yeah, 5. Yeah. Yep, that's number 5. We have paths. These make great looking path blocks, right? This would make a great like these waterlogged or something. These make great double-sized lily pads. And they make great paths like this too. Maybe for a race course or something. If that made any sense at all. But these look pretty good, if I do say so myself. Next up, we're moving out of the lush biome. We're moving towards more of the just 1.17 in general. And these make a really good checkered floor. It's cauldrons filled with powdered snow. But there is one issue, and that is that if you fall on your floor, you'll freeze to death. But that doesn't seem to be an issue most of the time. You have to kind of do that on purpose. But it's not a really big deal if you fall in, so we might actually use this for a house someday. Now, next up is Jerry. Jerry used to be a normal iron golem, but then he dropped out of iron golem school or something. He got skinny jeans and a pompadour. And he's got armpit hair. Yeah. Why did I build this? But yeah, you can build Jerry. Yeah, just copy the Jerry design. He's got skinny jeans. That's why his legs are so skinny, because they make his legs skinny. And yeah, let's just move on from that. Over here we have berry bushes. One of these things is not like the other ones. But basically, the glow lichen makes like really good bushiness. And like even just the leaves themselves, like these look like the berries from Stonehearth, like the purple berries. And you just put a moss block on top because like the berries won't grow on top. Like I think actually in real life berries grow on top of bushes, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So we'll put a moss block on top, so it's got like a nice leafy top, but then like the rest is like berry-y. And yeah, and you can put glow lichen or vines or whatever on top to make it look kind of like thistles or whatever. Next up is candles and candle holders. Nice black candle holder, a nice too tall like gray candle. This looks like a candle holder for like some sort of altar or something. This just looks like a tall candle. And then this was the candle design we used before candles, back in the dark olden times. Or the current times, the pre-snapshot times, whatever you want to call it. These candles are basically just candles that were used then. Next up, we've got Gary the Snail and Larry the Snail. Basically, they're in a snail race, and they will race forever. But this here is Gary the Snail from SpongeBob SquarePants, and this here is his best friend Larry the Snail from somewhere. You don't want to know where. He's got a past. Over here is some TNT. I saw this somewhere too, but I'm not exactly sure where. But these really do look like sticks of dynamite. So, and you can have one on the floor in an invisible item frame. And yeah, it looks good. Now here's one of the weirder ones. This looks kind of like an alien lamppost or like high-tech alien solar panels or energy builder or something. But it's got like chorus fruit, and then it's got these amethysts on top. And the amethysts actually glow a little, so yeah. The only problem is the chorus fruit will grow, and then it will break the amethysts, so I don't necessarily know how to fix that one. But turn your tick speed to 0, maybe? Next up we have this, which is another lamppost design, using pretty much just 1.16 blocks, except for the amethysts on the sides. These make it like look like kind of cool, you know, like ooh, woo, pointy. Yeah, it's a pointy lamppost now, so that's cool. Over here we have a sword. Now this is a table design I came up with, but like it's basically just the bridge. See, like this is a pretty nice looking table, you know. But like we've got this here, which is a sword, lightning rod, chains, and then an invisible item frame with like a sunflower, because it kind of looks like one of those like little golden parts on the edge, copper handle or like bronze or whatever, and then like a nice blade. Yeah, so that's nice looking. And then over here we've got a hedge. Like this makes a really good hedge because the normal azalea and then a moss block on top. So like rather than having your hedges be like flat, just like, oh look, it's a hedge, now you can have like little like stems on the bottom, and that looks cool. And this one was an idea I had using these. Didn't really come to fruition fully, but I thought these kind of look like drapes, like draping down, and you could have mossy drapes. And then that gave me the idea of, hey, these make like a really good room divider for like a nice like house, and this makes a really good table. So like this whole like room area is just kind of like an all-in-one packed room. Next up, we have the Amethyst Beast. Basically, it's a mix between like this design I saw for a Blackstone Golem, which looked kind of like this. I gave it tiny legs because I thought it was funny. So it's kind of like a gorilla dog Blackstone thing, and then it's got like an amethyst turtle shell, because you know the best way to make beasts is by just mixing a bunch of animals together, and then you'll get something good. Oh, and it's also a cyclops, so that's cool. Next up is not necessarily a build hack, but more of a functional hack. So like say you got like a trim of trapdoors here that are like air vents, right? And then if you stand on top of this drip leaf, what'll happen is it'll fall, right? And then once it pops back up, yeah, like that, we open the trap door and boom, we're in the air vents. We're in the crawl space here. And then like when we need to get out, we pop open this vent here and boop, boop. But like it doesn't draw any attention, right? It's just like a nightstand, but the nightstand is actually a secret entrance. So that's cool. Like this secret entrance could be applied in a lot of places. Or like just like if we had like a green trapdoor or whatever, we could definitely use this for something at some point. But yeah, moving on to this one. I haven't really used the like blossom or whatever, like in any of these, because I had a bunch of ideas, but these particles aren't the particles I thought would be happening. So I thought it was like those little swirly green ones, but now I know that's probably biome particles, and I'm an idiot. But originally I had like a whole build planned around these, but now it's just like a weird slimy shower or a nice flower chandelier. Yeah. And we got the gray candles reoccurring here. Yeah. That is the last build hack. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So if we go over them, it's the flower chandelier, the nice little crawl space, the Amethyst Beast, I guess. These nice like drapes and table, nice little living room setup, hedges, a sword on a table, some lampposts, an alien lamppost, some TNT, a couple snails. They're adorable. Look into those eyes. Anyway, candles, some bushes. What was his name again? Was it Jerry or was it like Jeff or something? I don't remember. I just made that name up. We've got some kind of like, we got a like checkered floor for a kitchen, some pathways, a Venus flytrap, like bridges, a little swampscape with like the muddy, like mossy whatever, some vines, and then of course my favorite, the best for first, the like azalea little flowers here, because they look like little flower petals, and that made me think, hey, you know, at weddings they throw flowers on the ground, so yeah, that's cool. Yeah, but anyway, thank you for watching. If you did in fact enjoy the video, please remember to subscribe, because it does help out the channel, and we're on the road to 100 subscribers. I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers before Caves and Cliffs comes out, and that is my new goal. I tried to reach 80 before the end of January, and fun fact, I got 80 on February 2nd, and it was like, it's like a bittersweet win, you know? Like, man, I was so close. Well, I didn't necessarily make it. That just means we have to try harder next time. But yeah, that is that. I hope you did enjoy the video. And like I said, if you did, subscribe. But that'll be it for this one. Bowdy.